Over the years, we are privileged to come across students that not only make the lasting impression, but through their willingness to learn, rank highly within a cohort. The student I'm about to introduce you has completed 2 diplomas with Aurora Training Institute, was nominated in the Queensland Training Awards this year, just missed out but got through in the finals. But guess what? He's our valedictorian. I'd like to introduce you the one and only Stuart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here tonight to tell you about my journey with Aurora as now a past student. 18 years ago, I was born in Cape Town, South Africa. When I was 14, my parents told me, we're going to Australia. I felt excited, nervous, but also curious. I had been here before, but only as a tourist, and I'd only seen Sydney. The flight was long, a bit uncomfortable, yet also one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life. We arrived in Brisbane on a humid summer night, drove to Ipswich and stayed a night in an Airbnb. We then drove to Toowoomba, where we found a school, a house, and a scout group for me to attend. After years 9 and 10 rolled around, I began to look for career options. The first that came up was the medical field. I attended an open day and found I cannot stand the sight of blood, and as thus said no. After this, I began to consider a career in politics, which I found interesting, yet I cannot stand it when people fight and quarrel over small things. I then went on to decide maybe engineering is where I should go. I do enjoy understanding how things work, and mathematics is interesting. But I found out that I enjoyed making the ideas and managing projects more than the actual maths. And so that was a no. After a few months of feeling empty and lost, I found business. In year 11, I moved to St. Joseph's College and started my Diploma of Business with Aurora Institute. I immediately felt that this was my space. And in my opinion, business is more than just money. It's a process, a system of doing things from manufacturing to selling, from a once-in-a-lifetime project to your everyday life. My journey was long, approximately 9 months of study. I worked on the school bus, in class, and at home over weekends, doing various modules such as marketing, project management, and communication in the workplace. The worst one was marketing. With more than a little bit of coaching from Mrs. Kavanagh, I finished. I finished before the summer break started and was invited to a graduation ceremony. Arriving at the ceremony, I felt that this was it, the height of my academic career. We lined up and were called on one by one. I heard my name, went up and got my diploma, and then sat back down. At the conclusion of the ceremony and the after photos, I began to wonder, where to now? What do I do with myself? My first thought was school, just to cruise the rest of the year out and relax. And I didn't need to worry about ATAR or QCE points, but I did worry. Not about the ATAR, but about something else. Something was not quite right, and I wanted more. So I went back to pester Mrs. Kavanagh for another round. I picked up another diploma, the Leadership and Management, and this time it was a lightning fast experience. With my credited modules and a lot of work every single day, I finished in 11 days. Sorry to brag, I need the ego boost. After finishing my second diploma, I began to realize that business was a good pathway for me to take. In fact, I would recommend it to everyone, that even the most basic knowledge can take you miles into your future. My journey with Aurora has been a great experience. All the resources I needed were here, and all the help I could want was available. My trainer and the admin team were both very helpful. And with the help from Mrs. Kavanagh, who always helped me to think a little bit further, to explore ideas, and to always work a little bit harder, I say thank you. Ma'am, I want to say thank you for your tireless efforts to mark my work, send me information, and always push me to think outside of the box. With your help, I've accomplished something I never thought I would do. With your help, I've opened new doors for myself, and I dare even say you are one of the best teachers I've had in my entire life. Thank you, ma'am, and to the Aurora admin staff and the event organizers, you've truly worked magic on earth. In the movie Forrest Gump, his mother says, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you might get." But I want to expand upon this, and to all those who have graduated, no matter what you did, no matter where you come from, and no matter who you are going to become, congratulations on the hard work and effort you've put into your diplomas. Life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you might get. Sometimes you get something you don't like, but if you look a little bit harder and dig a little bit deeper, you might just find your perfect chocolate. My message to you, ladies and gentlemen, is don't give up. Keep at it, and one day you will also find that perfect chocolate. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
That was a good speech. Thank you, Stuart, for taking the time tonight.